Hello there, hi, it's Martine here. So I've been asked if I would do a little video on Shungite and what it is, how it works, and what are the benefits from it really, because I've had some friends of mine who have been buying it, and they've been wanting to pass it on to their friends and family, but not quite sure how to explain it, even though they've been getting some amazing results. So what is Shungite, first of all? Where does it come from? So basically, Shungite is a mineral. It's a live mineral that's come from planet Earth. Okay, so it's actually come from planet Earth itself, and basically it's a meteorite that landed 2.53 billion years ago. We've had archaeologists who have tested this and discovered that's how far it dates back to. So considering the crisis that we are in at the moment, with how we are being exposed to more and more frequencies and toxins, how our bodies is in this overload, then for me, Mother Earth, planet knew that we were going to have something that had quite a significant power in order to help us make that transition and to assist our bodies, because we've been having so many problems and issues that most people's body is not coping very well with the situation, as we've been gradually building up to that. So what are the physical properties of Shungite? Well, basically, the Shungite has been scientists have been looking at this and discovered that it has these fullerenes. Now, fullerenes, it's like a matrix of fullerenes, and basically the way they are constructed is if you're not going to go into it too much, but basically on the sense of what molecules, really, when you get molecules in everything and particles that we have in things that create a form, depending on how they're structured and the shape of them determines the actual form and the abilities of that particular structure. Now, they've discovered that Shungite has this matrix of fullerenes which are structured in such a perfect form, and basically the way they're structured has them going round in a clockwise motion, which is a positive motion. Now, this is the same thing as the way our cells move. Our cells prefer to move in this clockwise motion, which is the natural biorhythm of our cells, and how we kind of are working on the inside. Now, what's happening is when we have the energy coming through from toxins, that is an anti-clockwise motion. So therefore, we've got a conflict going on. And fullerenes basically have got this ability to be able to devour anything really or repel anything that's not really good for us. This is what's in the Shungite mineral. And when we're looking at its properties, we're looking at also anti-aging. It's full of antioxidants, so it's kind of now coming in like this mega sweeper, this energy force that is now starting to take control over the system that has been heavily pulled in an anti-clockwise motion, which is causing people's anxieties, depressions, chronic fatigue syndromes, the cancers, these long-term illnesses that the body's not being able to cope with. So the pandemic, that we are facing really is the secondary pandemic in comparison to the pandemic that this planet and of people have had over all these years, because the body is now saying help. And now we've got this 5G coming. It's like, what the heck are we going to do here? Because now, going from a struggle and having all these ailments, obesities, as well, and Alzheimer's, all these things, the depressions like I've mentioned, and this muscular dystrophy, all these things, it's the body is overloaded with these environmental toxins, these nutritional toxins. Body cannot cope. We're nature beings, really. We are nature beings. And it's ironic that this now has come and landed on this planet, which is part of nature, when we have our own fields of nature's finest. We can eat from land. Not many people know how to do that, because we've not been educated in that way. But we have our own healing there. We have our own nutrition there. So we've been a society led down the path of fast food. I want it now. We've got microwaves. We've got all these things now that are invading our system. And basically, we're not evolving in the same speed as the planet is evolving. So we're being left behind because we're overloaded. We're full of these toxic substances in our body. And so therefore, there's a struggle and there's this fight going on now. So Shungite basically it's really the miracle stone. They are calling it the miracle stone, and it's going to be more expensive than gold soon because of its properties. Be mindful there are some fake stones out there. I first started to get this with about 7 years ago, and I was getting quite a lot of stuff. Wasn't doing much. Basically, it was just going through water that didn't really do anything or feel like it was doing anything. And then I found out that there was a test that you can do in order to discover whether it's genuine or not. The fake looks exactly like the real. I get mine from a particular part of Russia where it is the best quality, because there's different grades of this particular shungite as well. If it's cheap, it's not the real shungite, because we can get shungite slate also. So there's a test that you can do, like I said. So you just get a simple torch. If I switch that torch on, I don't want to glare it in your eyes, but if I switch that torch on, you can see that that's on. Turn it off, unscrew it, and then just place the shungite in there just to give you a little idea. So this is a piece of shungite that's actually been used. So shungite is a carbon as well. So you can get man-made carbon also. So when I was looking at filters, because some people say, well, I've got a filter, that's fine, but it's not going to clean the water as 100% as what this would do. I was looking at them, and it was like 250 quid for a Berkeley filter system, which was the best one I found from all the research. And even then, you have to change this carbon filter, which is a man-made carbon, and you have to change that every so many months as well. Similar, this isn't man-made, this has come from nature, it's an energy. You will still need to change it every 6 months in order to clean your water. However, if it's a piece of jewelry, if it's a pyramid, or anything like that, you don't have to. It's fine. Just keep charging it. You charge it. I've got a video on my website to show you how to do that. So let's have a look. So this has now not got the connector on it. So I'm going to place that in there, and there we go. It's lighting up my torch, and that's now, even though it can't clean water, it's still lighting up my torch. So I still use it. I don't throw it out. I keep it around the house or in the garden. The plants love it. Necklace here. Now your necklace, this is placed so it's sort of like round near your heart, okay? And so also around your neck here. Our neck takes a lot of pressure. I mean, you look at the kids and us ourselves today, head's always down because on the phone. That's putting a lot of pressure on the neck. So the way it's placed, these beads can work on the cervical spine, which in turn works on the thoracic and the lumbar. So it starts to put everything back into place on the neurons, on these sort of because that's our network, that's our spine. It's a junction where all these nerve endings go that need to be looked after. Bracelet, that switches on here, so we can switch on with that. Same with this, this necklace. It'll switch on the torch. Just maybe put it around here to make sure I get it in. There we go. And then also I've got this pendant, which has got the seed of life on this one. And I'm going to put them on my website soon. I've got some little pendants. These are great for children. My grandson's got this one. He chose one with the seed of life on it. But they're amazing because it's just some slight protection there for the little ones as well. Then we've also got phones. I was going to show you the crystal in a minute, but we've got a phone. So, just use that on your phone. Keep going. So you've got to look at that. That's just on the phone there. And you've got the children sitting next to us, while we're talking. Put that on your phone to protect them. Put it on their phones, on your laptops, on your TVs. We've got to start getting ourselves protected. So looking at a live crystal, this is a crystal that you can get, which is an amethyst. Fantastic. I wouldn't get rid of it, but it doesn't have the same qualities, because some people say, well, I can clean my water with crystals. It doesn't. It gives it energy. It doesn't clean it. Again, put that in there. nothing, doesn't light up the torch. It's a different energy, still have the purpose though. So really what we're looking at is to look at how Shungite is going to protect us and how it cleans our water. Cleans our water, it takes all the parasites out, all people's other medications, everything. I mean, I used to have these pigmentation spots, like really big tea stains on my skin, and I've got photographs. I was spending thousands of pounds on cream. And then I just started drinking Shungite. And all of a sudden, people were saying, gosh, your face looks really clear. And I thought, oh, yeah, where's my pigmentation gone? And it's gone, it's cleared. Because I'm now putting something in my body that is clearing and devouring anything, all these heavy metals and these toxins. My body is now, I mean, I've been doing it for 7 years. It takes about 6 months before you start to see proper results, but you will never turn back. So once you start working with Shungite, and if you really want to start seeing the benefits from it, the best ways to do it is in the way that you would never imagine. Go to my website, have a look, and read all the bits of information that I've not been able to put on this video today. It looks for, for people with all sorts of ailments. You'll start to feel a lot better. You kind of got this now extra energy. So you've got a 10-ton truck coming down, which is all the heavy metals and toxins. You just your little self trying to get on with that. It's not going to happen. Bring in these, what I call these strongbow men and women. You've got more there that will push and push and push and take away and start to put your body back into this clockwise motion, which is your natural biorhythm, which is your body's innate ability to heal. I could go on and on and on about Shungite, but the healing properties in it is amazing too. For little cuts, you can just do all sorts with it. I cook with it, I clean with it, I do everything. So get in touch at info@martinbelinda.com, and also at info@answell.com. That's my email, or my website is www.martinbelinda.com. I hope that helped, and any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and I'll hopefully speak to you all soon. Bye for now.